While eating, the woman suddenly experienced nausea. What surprised everyone was that the CEO sitting next to her began vomiting too. The doctor nearby calmly explained, it was just Kovad syndrome, a condition where expectant fathers mimic pregnancy symptoms. Coincidental, it confirmed that the baby was indeed his. The grandmother, overjoyed, finally dropped her long-held suspicion. She had always feared her wealthy but still single grandson might be gay. In fact, she had even lined up a group of men for him to choose from, insisting that the child could simply be adopted. The CEO was clearly uncomfortable. He wasn't gay at all. He had already fallen for someone. One night, after getting drunk, he had a brief but unforgettable encounter with a mysterious girl. He left behind a keepsake for her, and later spent a fortune on advertisements hoping to find her. But 5 months passed, and she never appeared. Just as he started to believe they weren't meant to be, fate stepped in. In a hallway near a private dining room, he accidentally bumped into a girl at work. It was her. At that exact moment, his grandmother showed up and demanded that he marry someone that very day. So, without hesitation, he grabbed the girl's hand and announced she would be his bride. He didn't expect her to already be pregnant with triplets. Even after some hesitation, the CEO decided to go ahead with the marriage. Upon learning of the girl's tragic past, his grandmother accepted her wholeheartedly. She adored children and was more than happy to welcome 3 into the family. The girl, too, had to think of her unborn children. The two quickly married and moved into the CEO's home. His grandmother, holding their marriage certificate with joy, immediately gifted the girl expensive presents, and urged the CEO to take good care of her. However, the couple hadn't truly spent time together before, and no emotional connection had yet been built. Still, the CEO found something oddly familiar about her scent, though he couldn't place it. The next morning, his grandmother had a grand breakfast prepared, and even invited the family physician to check on the girl. She insisted on feeding the girl herself. The girl was moved to tears. She had been an orphan since childhood. Never before had anyone shown her this kind of care. Even worse, her relatives often came to her only to ask for money. Soon, she started vomiting again. She assumed it was due to low activity levels and requested permission to return to work, hoping it would help distract her from nausea. The CEO agreed, assigning her a job in his own company, so his grandmother could rest easy knowing she was being looked after. However, the girl made one request. She asked the secretary not to reveal her identity, as she didn't want any special treatment. To help the CEO better watch over her, the secretary reassigned the scheming woman's desk to the new wife, moving her into a corner seat nearby. This infuriated the scheming woman. That specific seat had been her strategic spot to seduce the CEO. During lunch, the scheming woman planned her revenge. She poured dirty water into the girl's meal, and mocked her for being an unwed mother, hoping to shame her into quitting. She even slapped her in front of everyone. Co-workers joined in, shouting for the girl to leave. Rather than argue, the girl offered to resign, but the scheming woman blocked her, claiming she still owed money for expenses. Another co-worker chimed in, saying the girl had spent 1,000 yuan at the company. The girl, stunned and furious, couldn't believe she was being financially cornered on her first day. Meanwhile, the CEO was nowhere in sight. It turned out his grandmother had worried the girl wasn't eating properly, so she sent him to deliver a homemade lunch personally. Back at the office, the scheming woman saw the girl wasn't reacting, so she encouraged other co-workers to grab at her belongings. In the scuffle, the girl lost her balance and fell. But instead of helping, everyone crowded around her, unaware that danger was looming. A male co-worker found a bracelet on her. The scheming woman immediately recognized it. It belonged to the CEO. She accused the girl of theft. The girl insisted it was hers and reached to take it back. As they both scrambled, the bracelet snapped. Right at that moment, the CEO arrived.